Hello guys, Zach Mueller here and welcome back to another video. And if you clicked on this one, you're probably wondering the title, How to Make a Battle Jacket for Cheap. Now a lot of new people, I wasn't, were intimidated by the price. You know, you look at a battle jacket, a fully loaded battle jacket, we're talking back patch, name back patch, and a bunch of other patches to fill up space. Depending on where you buy your patches from, you could start ranging in the hundreds with prices. I think I totaled my first jacket up to about 600. So it is a pricey thing, especially depending on where you're getting the patches. But a jacket doesn't have to be expensive. One, I'm going to tell you about the base, how you can, lessen the cost on the base. First and foremost, the best way I can say, a lot of people would recommend looking on Amazon. I wouldn't. If you trust the quality, look on a site like Wish. I've got 2 of my jacket bases off of Wish. The only thing I had to do is replace the buttons, which honestly isn't too difficult. So, if you replace the buttons and you are able to basically put better ones on, such as screw-on buttons. Had to move the camera, sorry, it's too blinding right there. But if you're able to put something like screw-on buttons, they'll stay longer, stay better, and they won't fall off. And that's all you ever have to replace with that jacket. Then, honestly, for $20, you just have to wait a little bit. The other way is I can think of our online thrift stores and actual thrift stores. Going and getting yourself a jacket. I have a vest in my closet that was only $6 at a thrift store. It goes to about here on me. I believe it's a woman's vest. But it was $6 on a clearance rack in Goodwill. And I bought it. You can also go to places like Ross or any store that sells clothing where it's like it didn't get sold in stores, so they're selling the excess here. That's what Ross is. So you go and you pick up something. I have a jacket that's totaled actually about $130 to $40. But I only spent $30 on it due to shopping for it at Ross. Also, shirt for this video, Carpathian Forest. Bought it off Season of Mist, so I think it's still there. You can go check it out. Anyways, next we have the patches. The patches is where you might end up totaling the most of the price. The majority, at least. But there is a way to cut around it with pricing. Let me explain. This is one of my cheaper jackets. The reason I say that is because a lot of the patches are $1. Such as these ones here, all throughout here. The studs cost me like $9 for a pack of 100, I think. So, relatively cheap there. Made this one. The pins up here are all like $1. Got these 2 for free from Johnny Con. Thank you, Johnny Con, very much. And then this one was like, I think, $1.50. So, and made this patch, like I said. Up here we've got a pair of jacket handcuffs, and they're about $3 plus a Lego brick I won from an arcade. I valued it like $5, and a bottle opener I bought for $2. There's also the most expensive thing on here so far, beyond the jacket base itself, which was $11 because I bought it at the thrift store as well, is this patch right here, which is $6. So, if you're looking for cheap patches, go to punk stores. Punk stores will have metal patches, I guarantee it. They'll have metal patches, and they'll be able to. Sorry about that. They'll be able to possibly screen print some for you, and you can get patches. Now, they don't have to be black and white either. They can still be cheap. They will be unfinished on the ends. They won't have a border. You'll have to sew it yourself. But it does save you a lot of money compared to buying all these bordered shaped patches, alright? And if you're looking to make a battle jacket for cheap, at least your first jacket, or even a later jacket, you just want to make it for cheap, this is how. Another way is the materials you use to thread. Now, there's no real way about getting around, you know, the type of materials you use, such as, you know, your needles, your thread, and your scissors. Now, I would definitely recommend some sewing scissors, but any old scissors can do as long as they're sharp. Best thing that I would say is if you got kitchen scissors, try those. That's whatever you cost them in the past. Thread, I would suggest buying cheap wherever you can find it. Buy whatever thread is cheap. If you don't care about matching, buy whatever thread is cheap and the color that matches. Either way, once again, you can get it for cheap. The best way to get needles for cheap is to get like a pack of, I'd say 25. Also, the pins that hold on, get a big pack of those, and it'll save you time. Plus, with the pin pack, you can put the pins that held them into place back, you can reuse them, and you get the most bang for your buck that way. But honestly, I'm just trying to make this video to show that you don't have to break the bank to make a good battle jacket. Punk patches and punk stores will sell for cheap. All the patches on here were either made or bought at a punk store. A few are pricier. The Sex Pistols back patch that I have is worth, I want to say $7 or $8, which was my most expensive thing on here besides the jacket itself. But it's now this Trauma Kids patch up here. So, and that one is about $20 because of who it's by. It's by Dave Navarro, and the cause it goes for. It goes for kids who have had to deal with addiction or abuse. It goes to those causes. Sorry, there was notifications popping up on my phone. People being annoying. Not really, I don't care. But the best way I would just say is go to like your punk stores and find there, or get them printed. And the best way to do this is go on Instagram, any social media, and try to find somebody who prints up patches. Because if you can find somebody who prints patches, you can get some. That's how I do the ones for my label. I get them printed relatively cheap. I'm not going to say how cheap, but let me just tell you they are cheap since they are one color, and that color is black and white generally. Now I do plan on doing 2-color, 3-color, full color, you know, for like artwork and stuff. But you know, it's all time. It takes time to do that. It takes money to do that. And it's a pain. But you can buy them for cheap. You can buy patches for cheap. Making them is cool too. Buy yourself a little thing of acrylic paint. I definitely recommend acrylic or fabric, depending on what you're working with. But fabric paint on black is not good. You don't want to do fabric paint on black because it just blends in with the fabric. I learned that by trying to do red fabric paint on black cross-stitch fabric. So, if you're going to do it on black, I'd suggest acrylic, and I would suggest not using colors like purple, because purple kind of blends in a little bit. But if you're doing it on, say, like a light blue denim, white denim, or any other lighter material, definitely go with something that'll pop more. You can use whatever colors, except the exact matching color. Except the exact matching color of said material. This is just a way to make jackets for cheap. You know, you don't have to break the bank. You don't have to do that. You don't have to follow what people say. You know, you don't always have to buy woven. You don't always have to buy these patches that are super expensive for somebody just starting off. Plus, if you're starting off, if it's your first jacket, I would definitely recommend that, because you don't know if you're going to like it. Thankfully, I like sewing. I love sewing. But if you're not a person who likes sewing, starting off this way will truly see if it's a good way for you. Anyways, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, despite the interruptions, you know, like, comment, subscribe, YouTube stuff, ring the bell if you want, if you're not already subscribed. If you didn't like the video, dislike it. It just lets me know. And then also, I would definitely check out the description, because I believe I have a link to my Void Productions, which has merch, and we even have a Teespring with merch from all the bands and the label itself, so that you can purchase those, and it helps support me, helps buy me a sweet looking kilt. Just saying, if you want to see me in a kilt,
to the working class.
buy from Void Productions. It'll get you there faster. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.